Our favourite food feature has been invited to taste some of the tasty delights available here in delicatessen Provender Brown. And I'm delighted to be joined by Diane Brown, proprietor. Diane, how long have you been trading here in George Street?
We've been here for 7 years now. We opened in March 2005.
Very good. Now I'm sure you've seen people's tastes change over the years. Have people asking for different things?
Yeah, definitely. It sort of evolves all the time, and I think people have become more adventurous in their taste, which I think is partly that they trust us more. You know, as the years have gone by, if we have something exotic on the counter, people sort of want to try it now and really encourage them to taste and
Very good.
yes.
Plus people go away on holiday, and often when they come home, well, they want to kind of bring a bit of that holiday or keep it going, don't they?
Absolutely,
in the food side.
yes, absolutely. Of course, the problem with that is that it never tastes the same here when it's pouring rain outside.
But you can help them a little bit.
Sitting in a bar in Spain somewhere. But yes, I mean, we often have, more often than not, we have things that they've tried in Spain and Italy and Greece.
And also beautiful Scottish food you
yes,
have as
lots
well,
of beautiful. We have a lot of local produce as well, actually. It's a real sort of hodgepodge of very local and quite exotic.
Very good. And cheeses and hams and all that stuff.
Yes, all that. Local hams from Puddled Up, but also hams from Italy, Germany, Spain.
Lots to choose.
Yep.
And this is a bit of an Aladdin's cave, this shop, isn't it? Because when I was looking around, there is so much to see and to ask for and taste.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, I haven't counted all the number of stock items we have, but the last sort of approximation I did, which was years back now, we were well over 2,000. Yeah.
Well, this is my favourite bit. It's when we actually get to taste some of the foods that Diane has on offer. So this lovely platter of food is some of your favourite food, Diane, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So talk us through, what have you got here?
Right, well, one of our best sellers, and I just love them, these Gordel olives, which come from near Seville in Spain. Big, juicy, beautiful olives. Fantastic. Would you like to try them?
Yes, they look absolutely amazing.
There you go.
Thank you very much indeed. And I love olives too. I'm an olive fan.
Well, I think even for people who don't like olives, these ones are not over olivey, if that makes sense. They're quite sort of meaty.
I just going to say meaty, isn't it? That's the word to describe them.
Fantastic. They are best sellers by a long way. Once people try them, you just get absolutely hooked on them.
They are beautiful.
Yeah.
So what else have they got here?
So we've got little tomarosso. These are Sicilian cherry semi-dried tomatoes, which are great on a platter just like this, or for mixing through a salad.
Right.
Much sort of sweet.
I just love my job.
So do I. much sweeter than sun-dried tomatoes.
Yeah, because sometimes sun-dried tomatoes can be a bit
sharp, a bit dry. Yeah, they're great for cooking with, but for nibbling on, these are so much nicer.
And you could eat loads of them.
Yeah, you could.
So tasty.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got this venison salami, which is Scottish. It's made with Scottish wild venison. It comes from Roybridge.
Now, I've never heard of venison salami.
Yes,
I like salamis, but I've never heard of venison salami.
It's more of sort of recent invention, really. It's all part of the sort of British artisan food scene where British producers are getting copying their counterparts on the continent.
Yes.
Experimenting with making salamis.
But it makes
and that
perfect
sort of thing.
sense, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yes. So try this.
Cut me a little
this.
piece
It's
of
just
that.
beautiful. It's so moist. It comes from Great Glen Game in Roybridge, which is the website for Glen.
That is lovely. That is really beautiful,
isn't it?
And what I like about venison is it's low fat.
Yes, it's very good
and
for
it's healthy,
very good for you. All Scottish wild venison, so it's come off the hill.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
It's part of an antipasti platter like this. Fantastic.
Yeah, that is really lovely. I've never tasted anything quite like that before.
No, it's got quite a strong flavour, hasn't it? But but beautifully moist.
Really,
with
some moistness in it.
Yeah, fantastic. And then by contrast, this is a Spanish salsicon ibérico de bellota, and this one's quite special too. It's made from pork that comes from pata negra pigs, which is a sort of traditional variety of pig, more like a wild boar. They've got black hoofs, which is what the pata negra literally means, black hoof. And these wild pigs graze on what's called the dehesa, which is a plateau of plains and hills in southwestern Spain, and so they can walk hundreds of miles over the course of the fattening process. So the meat's very, the muscle has really developed.
That is lovely.
They feed on acorns, which gives the fats in the meat a really special property. It makes it more akin to olive oil, they say, in terms of, again
there's a real richness there, isn't there? Very, very rich. Tastes totally different from the venison salami.
Very.
And as you say, it does taste very Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
it does.
it is.
Beautiful.
It is.
Absolutely beautiful. This is my kind of plate as well. Now, what is this?
Now, this is Gorgonzola dolcificato. So it's a sweet gorgonzola. It's one of our just sort of stars of the shop. I absolutely love this.
Because a lot of people don't like that kind of bluey cheese.
Well,
do they?
The number of people who come into the shop and say, "Oh no, I don't like gorgonzola," and we sort of press them to try it because it's so different from the gorgonzolas that you might buy in the supermarket. And the number of people we've converted onto it is just fantastic.
Very good.
It
sounds like
you
I'm gonna
must
have to
try
taste
it. You must try it. It's just. I probably need a spoon actually, Vyvyen. Can you manage?
Fine, I can manage. My sampling job, I can manage.
Would you like it on a oatcake?
Oh, that is so creamy.
Sweet and creamy, and you get the slight sharpness of the blue, but it's not at all overpowering, is it?
That is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
really beautiful.
It's just one of my absolute favourites.
I mean, well, I can see you've got oatcakes there, but on oatcakes with a nice big dollop of chutney, and I see you've got lots of different chutneys here in the shop.
Yeah, huge selection.
That would just be beautiful, wouldn't it?
Or with a little bit of ripe pear as well, just fantastic.
And of course a glass of red wine.
A glass of red wine, a nice hunk of bread, and you're sorted.
Beautiful. Now, what's this cheese here?
Well, this is gorgonzola, and sorry, it's not. It's Gruyere.
Gruyere.
It's cave-aged Gruyere, and I wanted to show you this, Vyvyen, because I think a lot of people associate Gruyere with cooking.
Yes, they do. I would.
Yeah.
I would grate it into a flan or something.
Well, this would be completely wasted. I mean, it would be fantastic for cooking, but a waste because it's such a beautiful cheese.
Okay.
This has been aged in sandstone hills just outside Lucerne in Switzerland, and that aging process. If you can see the cheese, I don't know if you can see if you zoom in the little white dots.
Yes,
there.
I do. Is that like crystal?
These are little tartazine crystals which form when the cheese is maturing, and it gives it a lovely sort of
very nutty.
You get this, it's nutty and fruity, and you get this slight little crunch from the crystals, which I just love.
That is lovely.
Isn't it beautiful?
And that does taste different to, I mean, I really like that kind of cheese, Gruyere cheese, and that does taste different.
Yeah, it's just got so much depth of flavour. I mean, you get all sorts of Gruyères, all sorts of Gruyères, different qualities and different. It just depends on how long they've been matured as well.
Because I would normally, as you said, just buy it for cooking. I wouldn't think of putting it on a cheese board, but you would that.
Yeah,
that is absolutely delicious. Now we've mentioned the oatcakes. They've become so popular, haven't they, over the last few years?
They really have, and it's been lovely to see because there's been so many artisan producers have set up all over Scotland, each making their own variety of oatcakes. These particular ones are Persian oatcakes and they're made in Crieff. We've seen it,
so many different flavours and types of oatcakes.
Absolutely,
yes.
Really. Now everyone has their favourites, so of course, I mean, we don't like to let anyone down, so we just have to keep bringing in more and more. So.
Yeah, and it's really good because they're so healthy oatcakes, aren't they? You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're a great little on-the-go snack.
Yes.
And I notice you sell soup here in the shop, so it's the sort of thing you could have soup and oatcakes.
And soup and sandwiches and takeaway coffee. Yes, the next step will need to be, Vyvyen, that we get oatcakes being exported, so instead of always bringing things in here, it'd be nice to see oatcakes and venison salami and so on in Spain and Italy.
That's right. Well, that's fantastic.